Hi guys, it's Sunday, 8 o'clock in the evening in London, Britain. I hope you're well. I hope you had a great day. It's a nice day outside, very sunny and warm. I didn't actually go out today. It's a little bit too hot. My room is currently 81 Fahrenheit. It's almost dehydrating my brain. So, I was reading today the news. As normal, I like to know what's going around in the world. And came across a story from Donald Tusk, who seems to be the only person in Europe with some intelligence, and Vladimir Putin. So Donald Tusk says he's extremely worried for Poland, as the Polish police are seeing a rise in illegal arms smuggling from Ukraine. They said over the past 5 years, since the war in Ukraine, or I would say since the war against the Ukrainian mafia with Russia started 5 years ago, Polish police have seen, and customs officials in Poland have seen, a rise in illegal weapons smuggling. From military grade firearms including rifles, grenade launchers, missiles, and they fear that they could get into the hands of criminal networks that are mostly far right, like the Ukrainian government. Polish police are deploying drones, mobile X-ray scanners, night vision technology to try and find the weapons before they get into some sort of weird group's hands. Authorities are looking at unemployed war veterans, training combat training that might be recruited by criminals to support them in their activities. Well, number one is, why are Ukraine is just so disorganized. There's so much building has to be done there, but I don't think he's very intelligent, Zelensky, and he may indeed be a mafia boss, because they could just use the veterans to build as builders, right? Train them to build, and they can build, I don't know, a house. They can build houses, but I guess they want an easy life, and they might have a lot of psychological issues going on. So, and they might have had lots of psychological issues in the first place. So, if that's what they want to do, then I can't really stop them as such, unless they go summon a flood for it to keep on raining. Anyway, the question is, what month does it gets into a criminal organisation? That is the issue. What month is it going to end up in a criminal organisation's hands? And where is this country located? Come and pick it out, please. Pick it out. Where is it? August, July. Excuse me. July. Okay, July the 23rd to August 22nd, it ends up in an organised crime network, these weapons. So, number one, where did Poland fail? They left out where's this place? Switzerland, is it? They left out Switzerland. Okay. So, from Switzerland, where did it end up going to? It went to Germany. So, from what country was it delivered from to get to Switzerland? What country? Let's see. Poland. So what happened to them? Why didn't they what? Must of escape detection. How? By hiding them in a cow. They hid ammunition, weapons in a cow, in a dead cow. So that's how it got through Poland. And ended up in Switzerland as what? Beef. Do they have a contact in Switzerland? They have a contact in Switzerland. And he's a what? Butcher. Is he a butcher? He's a butcher. And where in Switzerland? He is in what's that? What is it? North, south, east, west, where? In the south of Switzerland, southern Switzerland. What is it? Is it a butcher shop, or is it a factory or some? It's a factory, a meat factory in southern Switzerland is getting weapons from Poland, from Ukraine, inside a dead carcass of a cow. And they end up in Germany. And how did they end up in Germany? It's what? How is it coming into Germany? It's coming as what? A cow? It's coming as a cow into Germany. It's coming as meat, basically. Coming into Germany as meat. And who in Germany is doing this cow thing? It's veal meat. It's veal meat. Is it veal? It's a baby cow. It's a baby cow and an adult cow. So they're using baby cow and adult cows. So is it frozen? It's frozen. So it's it's in a frozen freezer lorry or something. So I guess they iced up the opening of the cow and the calf to conceal I don't know if they use skin glue, like what they do in hospitals. They use skin glue. And in veterinary medicine. Do they use skin glue? They use skin glue. Is this thing going to actually be consumed by the public? It's going to be consumed by the public. So, are these gangsters butchers? They're butchers. Okay. And they do other stuff as well. Okay. Are they big butchers? Like, are they well known? Are they like a big company? No, they're not a big company. So is it a family business type butcher? Family type business butcher. So how many shops do they have in Germany? They have 5 shops in Germany. And what parts of Germany are they in? They're in W, E, S, T, West Germany. They're in East Germany. No. They're all located in West Germany. Yes. Okay, so I'm not sure about West Germany. My ear is itching. I'm not sure about the location of West Germany. It's a big place. Is it near Hamburg? I don't know where Hamburg is. Yes, it's near Hamburg. There's a lot of gangsters down there. I don't know them personally, but I've heard about it. I don't know everybody. I just read a lot. I don't know. I like watching horror movies and crime stories. So they're in. Are they based all in Hamburg? They're based all in Hamburg. Oh my God, that must have been a psychic insight then. They're based all in Hamburg. Ooh. Hamburg is a very, very Sodom and Gomorrah type of place. Hamburg is a city of brothels, if you wanted to know. There are lots of sex clubs in Hamburg. And you probably could get a hamburger there too. That's where the hamburger gets their name from. Hamburg. Because hamburgers are from Hamburg in Germany. And after that history lesson, we shall continue with the reading. What dates is it going to end up in Hamburg? Ooh. The 8th? The 8th of what month exactly? Ooh, the 8th of September 2026. The 8th of September is the month of Virgo. So what happens in July to the 23rd? July to the 23rd is what? A mass what? Shooting where? In Hamburg. Ooh, it's the gangsters, like rival gangsters. Okay, so someone says in their sex club, oh, I'm getting this, yeah. So the guy is not bluffing, bragging. I think he's gonna be bragging in one of his little clubs that he has. And I think there might be some sort of shooting there. This is what the board says to me. What is the guy's name? It's called what? L-I-A-M. Liam what? Liam S. Liam Sewing. Liam Sewing. I don't know Liam Sewing. Unless it's Christian Saving Son. I don't know how big their family is. My mother's family she said when she left home, her mother was expecting again. So her 14th child. That was like in 1958. She was having her 14th child. My mother and her siblings were about 14. My father he had 8 siblings. So, but one died. So, my mother's mother got married when she was 13. So, she died when she was 68. She had breast cancer in 1979. So I guess she was born in 18. If she was 68 in 1979, how old would she have been? She was 68 in 1979. It means she was born in 1911. Yeah, she was born in 1911. just before the First World War broke out. But I don't even know. I can't remember why I was talking about my grandmother for. Where was my grandmother born? In 1911. Where was she born? Really? She was born in Russia? She was born in Russia in 1911. So when did she come to India then? She came to India in 1922. So she came to India when she was 10 years old. So what? She got married at age 12 to someone. Well, not someone, my grandfather. Sorry. It's funny. Anyway. There's some sort of incident that happens in Hamburg in Germany in July. I'm not sure. I got the name Liam Saving. So it's rain. So when does that incident happen in Hamburg? Okay. What's the date? It's the 8th of September. What is it in the night, day? It's at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in the morning. So I guess, what is it at? Is it in a public? Is it out on the road or in a building? It's where it's in a what? In a club house. It's in a club house. I'm not sure if they're closing at 6 a.m. I'm not familiar how they work. So what is the next mayhem country gonna be in? Well, Amsterdam, Holland. Okay, who exactly they're after, these people? Anyone who's Muslim and Jewish looking. And of African origin. So what are they? Snipers, bombers? What are they exactly? They are sniper. And gangs as well. They're going to be armed gangs apparently in Holland and Germany. So they're targeting people who look Jewish. Look, I don't know, because even Germans have particular features that you could say are Ashkenazi. For protection, use a sweetening jar, use a love spell, use a respect spell. If someone loves you or they like you, they're less likely to harm you. They say love cures a multitude of sins. It's like the long suffering wife. Her husband cheats on her, spends all her money, but she still stays with him. And people say, why do you allow that? And she says, because I have unconditional love for him. I need him. And I need him in my life. And people might just say she's such an idiot. And she'll probably say, well, you know, no one's really perfect, are they, in the life? I mean, some people, they allow open relationships. I personally wouldn't allow that. No way. I'm an Aries and I'm a Scorpio moon. I'm very possessive. And I can be a little bit jealous as well. But you know what? I'm not jealous because I said I've got everything that he could possibly want. So, so I'm not a jealous type because I'll just say, well, you know, they're women who pay money to look like me. They pay for the sunbeds to have a tan. They pay for the implants to have the breast size, yeah. They pay for the implants, the butt implants, yeah, to have a big bottom. I mean, why don't they just eat some beef lasagna and cheesecake and ice cream? So, you know, I mean, like this wig, I don't know, people will just say, why do you keep on wearing your wigs? I'll just say, well, I'm advertising the company on eBay, number one. And number two is I like different looks. I wouldn't say I'm a fantasist. I'm not saying that I'm going to be someone's dream girl or dream sidekick. I just like different looks. This is actually a pink cardigan. I do have my red halter vest underneath. It's a bit loose, the red halter vest, so I'm getting a smaller size because I'm gonna have a revamp of my. I don't have a wardrobe. I have a commercial industrial clothes rail that they have in factories. I'm fed up of cutting my hair, so I said I'll get a wig and have different looks until my hair grows long. So hopefully when I get to university my hair will be longer. I'm not a drama queen, but I don't know, maybe sometimes I just overreact or over worry that someone is taking my stuff. I don't know, I have a lot of anxiety, I guess. And sometimes I don't know, you get letters that you worry about, and then when you ring the office up, they probably tell you there's nothing to worry about. Why are you worrying? So I wear my worry wig, yeah. This is all my worries, my grey hair. And this is what it's done to me with my worries and worrying for nothing and having my anxiety. This is my anxiety wig. Sorry, I have to make jokes up. It makes life easier to 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 cope with. But will this nonsense stop with these gangs? With these arms, with these Ukrainian weapons? You know, I have a associate, right? I wouldn't say he's a real friend. He's a rival. He was a rival psychic on Samba in 2008. Well, now he works for the Pentagon, and he needs my help because I'm the best psychic of all. And he's getting a bit old now, so his psychic skills aren't up to date. Anyway, what I was going to say about him. I told him the war in Ukraine is a mafia war between the Ukrainian mafia and the Russian mafia. And he said, no, that's not it. He said, you're kidding me. And what, 2 years later, or 3 years later, I can't remember now. It's out there in black and white. The Ukrainian mafia. Zelensky's Ukrainian mafia. Putin wanted to do a deal with him for him to, I don't know, maybe they wanted to make an alliance or some sort of thing, because he wanted to know my associate is called Colonel Michael Lawson at the Pentagon, and he said, why the hell did this all start up? And I said, the board says Vladimir Putin wanted to have a deal with Zelensky, but Zelensky wasn't agreeing with it. Either he didn't want to come into the Eurasian Economic Union agreement, or it was some other agreement that Zelensky wasn't having. So then they started doing the thing. I mean, from my research, with Stacey Doyley, I don't know if you know that reporter. She did a big documentary on Ukraine's dirty little secret. Well, it was Europe's dirty little secret. Ukraine is the biggest drug trafficking hub in Europe. So, the two previous Ukrainian presidents never did anything about it. So, and Ukraine is the Thailand of Europe. There's a lot of HIV in Ukraine. There's a lot of AIDS in Ukraine. No one seems to be caring about that. Everybody is saying, yeah, we can go to Ukraine and have some fun. And I'm like, I'm like wondering to myself, do they know that there's a AIDS pandemic there? Ukraine is like probably Africa with the HIV. So it's an unsafe place to actually be in. Health-wise, they're very unhygienic people. Sorry to say that. Okay, there's no healthcare available for them. The government doesn't support any healthcare for them. Not a lot of people are reaching out to them with charity work. The charity health workers in Ukraine are very limited. And I think if you are sort of in that industry, in the sex industry in Ukraine, no one is going to help you. So the best thing is to not be sick, not be in that industry, go to school, get a good education, and leave Ukraine. That's the best thing. So, I mean, or otherwise be a politician. Because if the politicians aren't helping the people, then to make the country a better country, you would have to be a politician instead of running away from it. But Zelensky, I think, has betrayed America. He's got the most sophisticated weapons from the USA. He's now selling them to gangs in Europe. And the Ukrainian military are selling them to gangs in Europe. So, should I find out who is in Poland for them? Who's in Poland? Is that Al Qaeda? Al Qaeda. So they're doing deals, is it? They're doing deals with Al Qaeda. Is Zelensky Jewish or a Muslim? Let me see. Zelensky is what? A Muslim. Well, Donald Trump will be in shock now that Zelensky is a Muslim. He just hasn't changed his name. And how long has Zelensky been a Muslim for? He's been a Muslim for 9 years. Yeah, because I was wondering, the far right in Ukraine, they won't be dealing with Al Qaeda. Depending on what they are. So, this reading is bad news for America. Bad news for my associates in the Pentagon. I don't know if it's lucky or just some sort of hex. But 7, 8. In about 18 years of off and on friendships with Colonel Michael Wilson, is 18 years. It's a long time. So I wouldn't say they're stupid, but they could be called the coolest Klotz clan down in Virginia. But Peter Hegseth, I think, is in a hospital somewhere. I think he got beaten up by Hell's Angels at his favourite cafe in Virginia. Because I think they got a little bit judgmental on the way he looks, and he probably said, "I'm from Norway, you idiots," or "I'm from Norway, you retards," are my favourite word. and they probably say, "You're what? You're from Norway?" With your oriental eyes. And he says, "Yeah, I'm from Norway. We're Northern Europeans. We're the Semitic people, these Sami people from Northern Europe, the First Nations." So then he'll realise that he's just a minority. Peter Hegseth. I don't know. I mean, I saw on the board. This is a Norse board, right? It's a Norse board. It has Norse runes, right? It's also got the witches' runes there. These are the witches' runes. All this is the witches' rune. These ones are the witches' runes. These are the other circle. This circle is the Norse rune. So if you're doing the readings with the Norse rune and the witches' rune, you can have a very detailed reading with this board. That's why I like this board. So I actually connect to my ancestors with this board as well. My ancestors won't talk to me, give me a warning, or I use this board. So my head is actually too big for this wig to clip the clip at the back. So my head is a little bit too big, so I wear like the clips to hold the wig down. I don't actually wear wigs outside because I'm afraid it might fall off. And then everyone will say, "Oh my god, it's a wig," and then I'll say, yeah, so I don't actually wear it outside. I actually say to myself now, I'm never going to cut my hair. I'm going to grow my hair. It used to grow to 2.8 inches, 2 feet 8 inches in length. The thing is that I used to get strangled with my own hair. It would be wrapped around my own body, and I'm like wondering, I'm just going to cut the whole thing off. Oh yeah, and the other thing was, I didn't tie my hair back, and I was bending like in the cooker, and my ends of my hair caught fire, so it kind of got singed. It was smoking. My real hair. That's why I don't have long hair. So I think maybe when I do have long hair, I'm going to plait it and make sure that when I'm cooking, it's not in the way. So I think when you're cooking, or when you're outside, I like to have the, what's it called, a fishtail plait. I haven't been able to do that. I think I've got the wrong type of wig to do the fishtail plait, because the front of it is short, so I can't really do the fishtail plait with this. I actually think this is maybe the butterfly cut that I've always kind of wanted. So this might actually be a butterfly cut, the wig. It's not real hair, it's artificial, but it's good quality, thick, fake hair. Like my own, I have very thick hair. It's very greasy as well, which is a pain. You have to wash it every like 3 days. And probably half the shampoo goes down as well. But I need a kind of good quality shampoo to use for the hair, instead of like using tons of local shampoos. Anyway, all I can say is, when all this madness goes on in the world, the best things to do is to do a honey jar, do a love spell, make everybody love you, make everyone love you, all of humanity, animals, humans, make them all love you. The love spell, that's what they do. With a honey jars is the best thing. That's what I've done for since the time my son died, which is about 6 years ago now. I do love spells. You know, I only learned that with EA co-wedding about the love jars, the sweetening jar. It might have actually saved my son's life if I had to get the course before my son died. But then again, EA only brought it out a couple of years after my son died, because maybe he was learning something on his path. So, because I never heard of sweetening jars. I know when I was using the sickle of Dantalion, my son was really, really close to me, and when I bought the romantic oracle deck, my son was very, very close to me at that time. I don't think he would have killed himself. He would have probably said, I can't leave my mother or my cat. He had a cat too. Sadly, his cat was euthanized when I was in the hospital. The doctors were very cruel and wouldn't allow me to go out, to go back home and to look after the cat in there, to free the cat from the cat area for me to go home. They didn't want to discharge me. They wanted me in hospital for another 5 months. And he died. He gave up the will to live, the cat. Gave up the will to live. He was 17 years old. He gave up the will to live. He stopped eating, stopped grooming himself. The vet had the audacity to do an operation on him, and he couldn't fix the cat, basically. He said the cat had lesions on its lungs, and I said, yeah, because everybody was smoking in the category in front of him. I said there was no smoke in my home for him to have lesions on his lungs. He was vaping in front of the cat for fun. The vape is what made my son's cat, what I inherited. My son's cat was a brown tabby and white. I inherited him after my son died. The cattery staff were vaping in front of the cats. He got ill. He was 17 years old. They said, so we finish off the old man now. Yeah, they're really wicked in the cattery. They're very wicked people. You know, he was like a little Olympic jumper, a horse, a little pony. He would jump all on the sofas. He would just jump over them and jump back and then run in the hallway, come back, jump on the sofas again, like his little Olympics. He was so cute. He was also called Anointed. My present cat now is also called Anointed, but she doesn't jump anymore. I don't know, she's 4 years old and I don't know if she's just not in the mood of jumping anymore. She used to jump everywhere, but she used to slip. You see, I don't know if she was getting like tired or too heavy, and she would slip. So it might be like, I'm not going to jump anymore. I've had my days of jumping around. I'm just going to sit down on my nice flannelette blanket and relax. She's only 4, but I think I used to tell her, Anointed, just calm down here. Don't need to jump around everywhere. And also the units I have, they're kind of silky. As well, so I'm not sure if that was a problem or what. But she hasn't been jumping around like on the kitchen units for maybe 2 years. Yeah. But she loves the new kitchen. She loves the lino. I mean the new hallway that I did for her. Well, I did it for myself actually. But she loves the new navy blue herringbone floor. Anyway, keep safe and see you on the next reading. Or do you want me to do a whole Aries reading for you? Or okay, I'll do all the zodiac, so shuffle up the cards in my shuffler, and I'll do what's happening. For the zodiac signs, one at a time. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna do Aries first, which is the belly. So maybe it's something to do with food. I can't see the glasses. So I think you need to drink more water, Aries, this week. The next one is Taurus. What does Taurus need to know this week? Okay, to calm down. Stop being anxious about things. Yeah, it says that on the card there too. About anxiety. To lower your blood pressure. Okay, after Taurus is Gemini. I know Peter Hegseth is a Gemini, and so is Donald Trump. It says, be radiant, shine. So, be your best self, yeah? It also says something about your dietary needs, about going on a detox diet, maybe stopping all the junk food, maybe just eat salads. And stop the alcoholism, or if you're drinking too much, getting into bar fights and strippers. That's what the card says. It's not me. Okay, the next one is Cancer. Maybe this is for Elon Musk. He's Cancer. And so is Michael W. Ford. Something about your root chakra, your foundation, get grounded. Something about your posture. It could be your posture or your position in life. To get grounded, to know your security and your stability, where that is coming from. So it's all to do with grounding. Being grounded in yourself, not being carefree and frivolous and having no plan, basically. That's to Elon Musk. Leo. So we have the Leo card here. The Leo is J.D. Vance, and Madonna is a Leo as well. And it talks about spiritual truth and the Dharma. So what could we say about this? Purple is a card of royalty. Purple is a color that is associated with royalty, someone in power, in authority. Illumination. I don't know what they call it, the Illuminati. So it's also the energy of the centers of the body. So it's what J.D. Vance envisioned, spiritual truth. You want to get to the truth of the matter, and you don't want to be deceived into someone's lies, which we could see with President Zelensky supporting the Ukrainian mafia. Okay, we've got Virgo. Virgo is about liberation. Who is a Virgo? Is Kirstama. So Kirstama is a Virgo. Will he liberate the world? By just being himself. The other Virgo is Barack Obama. He's another world leader who is a Virgo. And also Dr. Bashar al-Assad is a Virgo. My late daughter was a Virgo as well. Is she trying to tell me that you're soon going to get liberated, mother? Or is she going to be liberated? With her spiritual life on the other side. Okay, the next one is Libra. Libra is Lord David Cameron. The other Libra is the world leader who's a Libra is President Vladimir Putin is a Libra. Reverence. So, is he going to get a breakthrough this month? A divine union, a spiritual devotion, reduces blood pressure, some sort of miracle Libra is experiencing. So, there's some sort of liberation. Scorpio. Scorpio. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. Relieve stress. Ease, be easy, boundaries, and your immunity. So, my Scorpio moon is telling me to breathe easy. My beloved is also a Scorpio. He's very much into yoga. So he tells me that I need to chill out. So Sagittarius is the cat. Who else is a Sagittarius? The Sagittarius is using that intuition. The Sagittarius. I don't know any world leaders as Sagittarius. They need to use the wisdom, and they need to have some sort of insight and clarity with what they're doing. I'm not sure what that is for the cat. I don't know what she does in the middle of the night. I really haven't got the faintest clue what she does. She's got her biscuits. She's got her water. She's got 2 bowls of biscuits, fish and chicken, and her water bowl, and then her wet food. So, Capricorn, they're J.D. Vance's wife, Ursula Vance, is a Capricorn. Also, Kimmy Badenoch is a Capricorn. It says something about their digestion. So maybe they're not eating properly. Maybe they're vomiting. Maybe there's something wrong with their food that they're eating. I don't know if it's something to do with heartburn or hot food. It's about I'm giving up hot food for some reason. Maybe their health will improve if they give up hot food. You mean spicy food, yeah. Spicy food. So that's Capricorn. So also Vance is expecting, so she might be vomiting her food up. It could be because she's eating spicy food when she's pregnant. So the Pisces card, something about the heart related to Pisces. They may have to use more empathy and compassion in their line of work. I know the head of the World Health Organization is a Pisces. I'm not sure if the spokesman for the World Health Organization is Pisces as well. But he most definitely needs to use compassion and empathy. I advised him to get the lorry containers for the Gaza refugees, to use that instead of the little tents that they have. And he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to do it. So I said, what is the United Nations for then? Just to make people homeless, is that? And kill them off in tents, is that it? I tell you what, don't give any more money to the World Health Organization or the United Nations. They don't help people. In fact, they make people homeless and die. Well, that is the chakra readings. Where is the box? The Yoga Madura cards. I got the tea leaf tarot. We're on 1 hour 7. Or should I do the crystal? The tea leaf tarot is like 200 cards. So, that's my pendulum. A lot of things are on the floor, but I don't know exactly what's happened to them. Okay, that's the pen. It's underneath the keyboard. Yes, one is.